Ridiculous questions.
Meticulously debated.
This is Tell Me I'm Wrong.
Well, I was happy just last night. I've been losing sight. Citing all the falling fights. What is this if this ain't right? Back again, the monster rights. Losing life until that night. Life never let him lie. Light is my fire passes way.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tell Me I'm Wrong. I'm Ryan, and I will be moderating the debate this week.
I'm Joe, and I will be the winning debater.
I'm Josh, and I will be the actual winning debater.
Man, two called shots right out of the gate.
I think I got this one in the bag. 100%.
I feel like I have set you up for a pretty good win here. And speaking of setting people up, I think today we're finally going to tackle the toughest sports debate that we have tackled yet. LeBron has finally won another championship. He is inching closer and closer to the MJ GOAT status. He even has the new Space Jam movie coming out, evening that playing field with Michael Jordan. So I don't feel like there are that many things left holding him back from being declared by unanimous vote the GOAT.
I think he is well on his way. He is still spry. He is still a relatively young man. And LeBron, who is, I am arguing on behalf of LeBron, just to get that out of the way, I think is the superior pick for our debate topic today.
I'll be honest with you. I hear this debate a lot, and I don't know why. Like, why does it matter? They're both good in different ways in basketball. Jordan was a guard. LeBron is everything. But Jordan was a much better defender than LeBron. They both could score.
Whoa. Hey.
All right, some slander.
I think there is the conversation because LeBron is a superior athlete.
I don't know about that.
The size, the speed, the power, he's sight on the court.
He's bigger. I'll give you he's taller. But do you think that really makes him a better athlete than Jordan?
I mean, I think he is a better athlete than Jordan considering his size, but I think what really matters is the fact that he's a superior actor too.
Okay, we are not getting into the actual LeBron versus MJ debate. I knew this would happen because it's so tempting.
He's a superior actor based on the movie Trainwreck.
He was phenomenal in Trainwreck. First off,
sexual intercourse.
He held his own with Bill Hader. He was great.
Y'all are falling into the trap of the normal debate show. That is not who we are.
That's true. That's true. We have lost sight of our.
We are the
purpose.
Ridiculous debate show. So obviously, when we chose this topic, we can't just talk about basketball. We can't just talk about accolades on the court or even off the court. We had to go way off the court. We decided that the best way to measure between these two gentlemen is to decide who would make the best Target employee. Now, you might be wondering now why, and that's exactly why.
You probably wonder that every week when you listen to our podcast.
I mean, if you're asking why about the topic that we picked, you either have not listened to the show or you're just listened but did not pay attention, because this is pretty par for the course, to be quite honest.
If you're asking why, I say why not?
Exactly. See, that is the way that we approach things here at TMIW. Now, the first thing I wanted to do, I want to step back a little bit and talk about Space Jam 2, because I have here the Space Jam 2 synopsis. And y'all, it gets a little buck wild in the synopsis. So I feel like we're gonna be experiencing some things when it really comes down to it. So I'm going to read the synopsis. It's not very long. Just give us a couple seconds here. During a trip to the Warner Brothers studio, NBA superstar LeBron James and his son accidentally get trapped within a world that contains all of Warner Brothers' stories and characters under the control of a malfunctioning, all-powerful force named AIG, played by Don Cheadle. With the help of Bugs Bunny, LeBron must navigate through a never-before-imagined world filled with iconic movie scenes and characters as they reassemble the Looney Tunes to rescue his lost son. Now to get back home, LeBron and the Tunes have to unravel AIG's mysterious plan with an epic basketball game against digital gamified super versions of the NBA and WNBA's biggest stars as the entire world watches.
What?
There's a lot going on there.
The first thing that I think when I read this is talk about a long walk for a very short drink of water. Like, what in the world? Like, they have gone through all of these different things just to get back to a basketball game. Like,
it's like if they had made Space Jam 1 into like the Matrix or something. Like, they went too far.
Yes. Man, I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah. Why couldn't the monsters just come back from Moral Mountain and be like double or nothing? And
yeah.
And Michael Jordan's like, I'm retired and I just do documentaries now.
Have you seen my documentary? It's gotten rave reviews.
Where I sit in my enormous living rooms. Enormous.
Now, one thing to point out is, did I hear that they're going to be drifting in and out of other Warner Brothers properties?
It says all Warner Brothers stories and characters.
Now, that is a long list of folks. That would theoretically include what? Harry Potter?
The Joker?
I was going to say, I think we've got some DC universe in there.
They're for sure going to show up in Space Jam 1 at some point, right?
I think they have to.
It?
Listen, if Pennywise is playing on the Monstars, I'm watching this movie every day.
The absolute best would be Inception, and if LeBron has to go inside someone's dream to save his son, that would be the best.
Is that a Warner Brothers pick?
It is Warner Brothers.
Oh my gosh.
The Hangover?
If we can get a Leo DiCaprio, Bradley Cooper cameo, I mean,
I'm just running through a basic list of the Warner Brothers properties here. We've got obviously the Harry Potter movies. We've got Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, the Justice League, Suicide Squad, the Lego movie. We've got Godzilla.
I think we may at some point when this movie comes out need to start placing, maybe even creating our own betting pool.
A Star is Born. A Star is Born.
He could be part of the movie Valentine's Day and be a part of every actor from 2010 to 2020. They're all in that movie. So he could just see them all.
Hold on.
What's your pull?
The Matrix.
There it is.
It's a Warner Brother property. They literally made Space Jam Matrix.
Sex in the City. He could be in that.
I think the rest of this episode might just be this.
The Wizard of Oz. Beetlejuice. The Shining.
He could be in the Final Destination movies. He just catches the log as they roll off the thing. He just grabs them and then sets them on the ground and goes, "You're safe."
I do wonder how many cameos they're gonna have. But when you mentioned the Lego movie, there's no way they don't have
for sure,
like Will Arnett show up.
I've got it. He would have to do the best dance when he goes and visits the Magic Mike movie scenes.
Oh snap! So we've got a few Bradley Cooper films and a few Matthew McConaughey films. I feel like they're just begging for some crossover.
Jersey Boys.
that one's a little more left field there. All right, so I think. Listen, Space Jam. We could go on Space Jam. Listen, we honestly, we may have to have another Space Jam topic.
Mad Max Fury Road. The Entourage movie. He was already in Entourage, so why not?
There's just honestly, I think there's just too many options for us to explore. So the other part of the research for this week was looking at what does it take to make a great Target employee. And so Josh was able to find actually a job application for our local Lexington, Kentucky Target.
Now, I need to specify, I did a lot of legwork to get this. It was really hard. So what I had to do was I had to go to corporate.target.com, type in Lexington, Kentucky, and it popped right up. And it's the most research, like in-depth research I've done for the show yet.
So there are definitely some things that I'm basically going to be using this kind of as a rubric as you guys go through. So I'll bring up things as they become necessary, but there's definitely one line that occurs over and over that I think that you guys both need to have in the back of your mind while you're making this debate for me. And that is this very first sentence in the all about Target section. I'm gonna try to do this with like a corporate voice. As part of our collaborative and guest-obsessed team, you help us create an experience that makes guests say, "I love Target," with an exclamation point. And that "I love Target" comes up again 3 more times in the 2-page application that I have in front of me.
Anytime my wife sees a threshold item, she just goes, "I love Target."
Listen, anytime I see a threshold item, I go, "I love Target."
So I think that you guys, as you are describing why your specific athlete would make the better Target employee, I want you to keep in mind who is going to make people say, "I love Target."
Now, I think the other thing I want to point out in that first sentence is, did you say guest obsessed?
They do have a hyphenated guest obsessed term in their description.
That's concerning.
Yeah, I didn't love the word obsessed there because that makes it seem like they're literally going to hover behind you while
I've
you're.
been to Target a lot. I don't think I've ever been near an employee that's obsessed with me. Usually I have to flag them down like honest, 3 times.
After reading this description of what they expect of their employees, I was like, not getting that from any Target I've ever been.
That's true. Now, before I slam Target employees, I will say they've been doing phenomenal work during COVID-19, and we are thankful for everything that they do because that is a tough job. Now, on the flip side of that, I also don't know that I've ever met an employee that would they themselves say, "I love Target."
Yes.
No, it's kind of like the old adage where like if you love a restaurant, you definitely don't want to work there. Like I feel like I love Target so much. Like I do want to say I love Target a lot. And I definitely could never work there because I don't want to see how the sausage gets made. I do not want to see all the corporate.
They make sausage at Target?
No, they do not make sausage at Target, but that is a phrase that is commonly used when you don't want to learn about all of the things that happen behind the scenes.
I'm not working any retail again in my life. Brookstone was enough.
I do remember you working at Brookstone.
Joe would work at a Brookstone.
Well, Rachel worked at Brookstone for like 6 years.
I was going to say, Rachel also worked at Brookstone. I remember that.
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all don't have a massage chair?
Well, why do you think we have a Tempur-Pedic mattress? She kept her job at Brookstone for a while just to get the half-off Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Half off. That's legit. All right. I think you guys have delayed long enough. First, I want to go to the old man. I want to hear about MJ. So hit us up.
If you lived in Antarctica for the majority of the late 90s into the early 2000s and did not know who Michael Jordan was, let me give you a little background. He's a
Or if you've never watched any ESPN show ever.
Yes.
Or Space Jam.
Michael Jordan is a 6-time NBA champion. In those 6 times, it was 2 3-peats. So he won back-to-back-to-back titles twice. He retired once in between. 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 6-time NBA season or 5-time NBA season MVP. He won all those titles on one team. He did play with the Wizards a little bit after his retirement, but that was only just for fun, I guess. He is the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets right now. He's the only former player to own an NBA team, have any ownership in an NBA team. Also, he is the owner, operator, and marketer of Air Jordan shoes. I don't know if y'all ever heard of those, but they're kind of a big deal.
A little bit.
And it's very important to recognize he won all those titles by never leaving his team. He only played with one team, and he didn't bounce around. He was there once and still was able to win 6 titles. So just let that sink in.
I have to admit, that information was great. I am coming into this debate leaning in a direction. So I'm doing the best I can to back off of my preconceived notions and just accept the information. And, the way that you presented that he stayed with his team, that really hit me. That loyalty to Target it's an important thing.
Got to be obsessed.
That's right.
Okay, well, to combat that, let me tell you about my guy. Because I think, we clearly stacked the deck against Joe here a little bit. So let me make my case and explain. Let me get Ryan back on board with me. So I have LeBron James, one of the most famous athletes in the world. But you know what? He's just a kid from Akron, which is also home to a Target store. Listen. He is a 4-time NBA champion, including the most recent championship. He is a 4-time final MVP. He is a 4-time most valuable player, 16-time All-Star, 3-time NBA All-Star Game MVP, 13 times All-First Team, 2 times All-Second Team, and already one of the greatest players of all time. He is also a physical specimen, a great teammate, and as I mentioned before, a superior actor to Michael Jordan, which is very important. Now,
I don't know that I would call him a great teammate. He did get like 3 coaches fired.
Coaches ain't teammates. So here's the thing.
That is a good point.
That's fair.
Now, when we're talking about great Target employees, Joe was preaching loyalty and all that. However, we must acknowledge that Target is still, to this day, a fast-growing chain of department stores, which means they need talented people to open those stores, be a part of that, and then move on to go help another team. You got to take existing talent and new talent and combine their forces together to make a great Target before you move on to go help another Target. And so while it might be great that Michael Jordan's going to work at the same Target store for like 30 years, LeBron James is going to be willing to travel. He's going to be willing to partner with other talented people to help make Target as a whole great.
He's just trying to go wherever Target needs him to go. He's trying to bring the championship home.
You could make that argument, but there was this show called Decision where he chose where he wanted to go. And then he chose to leave that team that he started from again to go to LA. So when LeBron chooses to leave Target for Myers, or he chooses to leave Target,
we did not say Meyer. We did not say Meyer. We did not say Kroger. We did not say Publix.
I'm sure when he started, he never said Miami.
I think everybody wants to go to Miami at some point. But he does have some autonomy in this situation. Like you can go on, I went on corporate.target.com earlier, and there's positions everywhere. You could apply and choose where you go. So I push back a little bit on this assumption. But on top of that, I think as we get into this debate, his personality, his general just sense of being organized and very careful about his image is going to make him a perfect fit. And I'm looking forward to establishing that LeBron is the GOAT of Target employees.
All right. So you guys have done a great job introducing us to who these people are. Now, the position that they would be occupying is called guest advocate. And so some things that are mentioned in the guest advocate description, ability to communicate and interact with guests to build an inclusive experience. Some things that I highlighted were the ability to blend problem solving and decision making, and the ability to adapt to different guest interactions and situations. So just hearing those things here, I'm going to read a couple more, but then I want you guys to respond on behalf of your athlete and decide, what is it that makes them able to blend problem solving and decision making, their ability to adapt to different guest interactions, to make a connection and be friendly and genuine in conversation, authentically greet the guests, be empowered to make the situation right for the guest, deliver a easy and seamless service, and finally demonstrate a culture of ethical conduct. So I'm gonna. We just finished off with LeBron. Let's go back to MJ. Joe, give me a couple points. Just responding to the things. Kind of treat this like a little bit like a informal interview. I've given you some keywords. How are you going to respond?
I think Jordan would not only be a great guest advocate, but he's also going to be a great team member to the rest of the Target employees for the same reason. He's incredibly driven with a winner's mentality. He's going to take that into the opportunity when he goes in the guest. When they come in, they have an issue, he is not going to stop fighting for them and working for them until they have that resolution that they want. He works at elevating those around him. So whether that means his methods may not always be the best thing, but he pulls the best out of his employees at every opportunity he gets. He helps them grow and become better than they were. He's laser focused, honest, and forthcoming. He's not going to beat around the bush and go, I don't know if we have any more. He's going to look that information up for a guest and tell them straight out, sorry, we're out. Let me point you to another store, another Target location. You can go and get another one. He's willing to work however long it takes, and however hard he has to work to get there. And his goal the whole time would be to push his Target store to be the best store in the nation. He wants to elevate his workers to make it the best Target. And they track that stuff. Y'all don't think they do? They track that stuff.
All right. I think those are some great points. I heard focus. I heard determination, working long and hard.
Driven.
Making sure that, yes, driven. I'm going to write that one down too. Driven. Those are some great points. You also made some points that I feel like may also apply to LeBron. So I'm going to let Josh respond.
So here's the thing: is MJ is definitely going to be a hard-nosed Target employee. He's going to be the guy who, here's what I think. MJ's not going to be in a position where he's going to be being the fighter for the employee. They're going to put him in guest services, and he's going to be mean to the customers because he is the type of person that can protect the store from the customer. So that's one thing. Now, that might make him a great employee. Maybe I made an argument for you, but to me, that's not what we want. What we want is someone who's going to provide the guest with a great experience when they come into Target. The whole point of the job description we saw is to make people say, I love Target. And when I'm thinking about fun NBA personalities, I'm not thinking Michael Jordan. I'm thinking LeBron James.
Since you want to approach a 6'8", 265-pound man that's just hulking in front of you, he'd be the first person to go up and be like, sir.
Well, MJ's 6'6", so calm down.
He also doesn't look like the Hulk. And let's just be honest.
He also smiles. When was the last time you saw Michael Jordan smile?
LeBron is wearing a medium shirt.
Absolutely.
MJ is wearing clothes that fit.
And to be fair, I watched The Last Dance. MJ, well, first off, MJ is not wearing clothes that fit. I don't know if you've seen his suit game. It is bad.
That was a long time ago.
No, it is now. Go look it up. Second, second is you were talking about MJ not smiling, but he has smiled before. On The Last Dance, he smiled a lot, but it was mostly when he was making fun of Isaiah Thomas, which is not a good look.
He smiled a lot when he won 2 more champions than LeBron.
So far.
2 more finals MVPs than LeBron.
So far.
NBA championships have nothing to do with Target. So that's why the Timberwolves are so bad. So
do they play in the Target Center?
They do. So anyways, we're talking about someone who's going to make them say, I love Target. And I think LeBron James is going to be that guy. He's going to be there to have fun with people. He's going to be over in the food section talking about Taco Tuesday, trying to sell you tortillas, trying to sell you cheese, ground beef. It's all about that life. He's going to pop on over to the houseware section. He's going to sell you some nice wine glasses. My man loves wine. He's going to be, he has so many interests throughout that store that he's just going to be floating around making sales. He's going to be talking to families, playing with the kids. He is just a good family man. And when we're talking about ethics, let's talk about ethics. LeBron James, granted, he has moved to teams. I understand that, but there's nothing unethical about partnering with other talented people to win championships. That is just good business sense. Now, what is unethical is betting on the sport and being banned from basketball and having to play baseball for 2 years because you're actually banned from the sport, and then you lie about it and say you just needed to retire. That's unethical.
Is LeBron James in the business of peddling rumors?
LeBron James did not do that. That was all me. I will take the flag for that.
I'm just saying, if we're peddling rumors, that was never confirmed.
That's not
denied.
a rumor.
Look, what I'm trying to say is that my model target employee would be someone who is there to give the guest a great experience, to have fun, and to make some sales. And I think LeBron James is going to be the perfect person to do that at your Target store.
I don't know about you all, but when I go to Target, the last thing I want is for someone to sell me something. Usually when I go to Target, I know what I want. I'm not buying a car. I'm not buying furniture. I don't need someone following me around going, you should buy these wine glasses. You should buy this. You should buy that. No, I'm there for help when I ask for it.
Now, I need to make sure that Joe understands. We are not looking at this from a perspective of a customer. We are looking at this from the perspective of Target. Do I want to hire or promote this athlete? And I absolutely want my employees selling that red card, talking about how they can use the Target app. It even mentions being familiar with the fulfillment services and how to enroll and activate them. These are things that they're looking for.
And I'll tell you what, I bet LeBron James could walk you through the Target app and show you how to actively make it work. I'm not sure that Michael Jordan knows how to work his phone.
Well, that's your opinion. That doesn't mean it's right.
All right. Well, you guys have made a couple of points. I'm probably going to need a few more points. What I think we should do is go to the moderator's office. We'll come back. I want you guys to give me, a few more points about what is going to make them the best employee. And then I think we might hold ourselves a little mock interview and see who's going to come out on top. All right, everybody. This month, we are just sending out a call to action. We would love everybody to, if you would just do two things for us, we would really appreciate it. One, Good Pods is an app where you can listen to our show and add friends so that they can see what you are listening to as well. It's a great way to share the show without ever actually speaking to somebody and telling them that you love the show. You can basically just listen to what you're already listening to, and it will show up on their feed, and they can see all of the shows that you're interested in. So this month, go out and check out this app, add our show to your library. You can also add all three of us. We all have profiles on the app as well. Add us and you can see what other shows that we are listening to. So get yourself in the Tell Me I'm Wrong playlist. The other place that we want you guys to go is Podchaser. Podchaser is considered the IMDb of podcasts. Believe it or not, podcasting is still growing, and this is a great place to leave a review of a show that will reach a lot of people that we may not normally reach. You can see other shows that your favorite creators might appear on. You can leave reviews for shows. You can even create your own curated lists that you can publish and share with other people on the site. So this month, please go check out Good Pods on the App Store and Podchaser, which is just a website where you can check out our page, check out each of our profiles, and leave us a review on both of those. Thank you.
As always, the best thing you all could do to help our show is just to share it with your friends, share it with family. Just tell a friend about it. That helps us more than any way we could ever tell you. We don't pay to advertise, so that word of mouth is the best thing for us. Also, a big help is you go on and rate us 5 stars and give us a review on iTunes. It helps us climb the charts. And by doing that, it gets our podcast in front of more people. The last thing I want to point out is we are still open to sponsors. If anybody's wanting to sponsor us for the show, feel free to reach out to us. You can email us, or you can slide into their DMs on Twitter or Instagram. Let us know if you have someone who you think would be interested in partnering with us. We'd love to have them. Let's get back to this debate.
All right, so here's what I think we should do. I think I'm going to put each of you guys through an interview, and you are going to have to represent your athlete. So I think that we've got some good points here, but I want to see how each athlete performs in the interview, the pressure, the situation. Our target has a management position that is going to be coming open. And I have both LeBron and Michael Jordan working at this target. It's a crazy target. I mean, you have Michael Jordan and LeBron. They're both working there. That's an interesting target right there. Does anyone feel like they are confident and they want to go first in this interview?
Well, let's just be honest. If it's someone about who's handling pressure and performing well at the end, we know that's not LeBron.
Look, just for that, I'm going to let Michael Jordan go first. And
that's fine.
And my partner LeBron, we will come in and we will show you that he is clutch and that he will close it out at the very end.
He'll close it out because he has more buzzer beaters than anyone in NBA history in the playoffs.
The self-proclaimed king. That's right. He called himself king.
Listen, he's been the king since about 2011, and nobody's taken the throne.
Has the gall to call himself King James before he's played a game. That's all I'm saying. It's a little egotistical.
He's lived up to the hype.
It's a little egotistical. I didn't know our moderator was supposed to jump on and defend his person. That seems kind of...
We're talking about basketball right now. I can defend LeBron basketball all day.
No, you're supposed to be a third party like a judge. So
I never agreed to that when we started this podcast.
Why are we doing a debate? If you're just gonna side with him, then it's worthless.
Wait,
listen, I never said LeBron would make the better Target employee.
Are there impartial judges?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Maybe we should go to the interviews.
Man, that was good. That was good. All right, so I want you to get in your headspace, become Michael Jordan, the 6-time NBA champion.
Yes, but before we begin an interview, actually, I would like to just talk about how Michael looks.
Okay.
He is going into this with his Target uniform on because they interviewed him at work, I'm assuming.
Of course.
Jordan is wearing straight chino-style khaki pants. They're ironed, well put together, a solid red polo with the single Jordan logo on the left side. He rotates between two different pairs of his shoes. The Jordan 3s and the Jordan 4s are his Target uniform shoes. They're red and black with white accents. His uniform screams Target. It exemplifies Target. It fits well. It looks well. You dress for the job you want. His shirt is not super tight. It's the way it's supposed to look. He's going in confident, looking good, feeling good, ready to nail this interview.
Okay, I have one important question before we jump into the interview. Does he wear I can't think of the word. Hold on. Sorry. Does he wear the walkie-talkie on his belt? Or is he one of those people that like puts it in his back pocket? Maybe he has it on a lanyard.
It's definitely clipped to his belt.
Okay. I just needed the full image. So we have a full 90s dad image. All right, here we go. Hello, Michael. Come on in. Have a seat.
Hello.
First, I want to say I have really enjoyed your time here. You've been such a great employee. You are always able to reach those top shelves. All right. Well, we both know why you're here. We have the management position that is opening up. So you know that... some of the things that we really strive for here, we always want to make that customer say, I love Target. So what is it that you think that you would do specifically as a manager that would make our customers say, I love Target?
I think the most important thing when it becomes the management is to give a total experience. Not only do I plan on being out there with my coworkers, with my team, the people I rely on, the people I am loyal to and would never leave. I'm out there teaching them, training them, coaching them, and helping the customer, our consumer, at every opportunity I get. I take teaching moments and try to help them grow. My hope in this position is to elevate my team to make them better every day, to improve them, improve their lives, and to use this position to help them grow.
Wow, that was a really great answer. I appreciate that. Just a couple other questions. So another thing that we are really looking for is to create an easy and a seamless service, but also that we're looking for that authenticity, being able to create friendly and genuine conversation. What is it that about your personality that really brings us to being genuine to our customers.
I think my authenticity will show through when I interact with the consumer. I'm going to be my honesty, my upfrontness, my ability to just be forthright with the information about our stock, about what we have, how we can help them get what they want, how they can get free shipping when they order through the Target app. They can use their red card to get 5% off. They can go on and use the circle by entering their phone number and get additional savings on their purchase. I think that's the best way. And I think my main goal when I do my coaching and training of the team, the way I want to give them incentives to be a good employee. But my incentives aren't going to be based on how many PlayStations they sell, how many tacos they sell, how many wine glasses they push on people. Mine is going to be about customer experience. I want them to get great surveys, and that will be how they learn and grow. We got to get people in here, have them a great overall experience, and when that happens, we're going to highlight that team. We're going to help them, and if they're not, we're going to find ways to help them grow in that situation, figure out what's going on, fix it, move forward, and grow.
Wow. I'm really impressed. You know how important those surveys are. All right. One final question. As a guest advocate, what do you feel like you have done the best? What do you feel like is your best quality as a guest advocate here at Target?
I think that I have the ability to see a situation, read it, understand it, wrap my head around it, attack it, and find a resolution for it. I had an issue the other day with a nice elderly woman who came in. She was looking at something for her grandson, a large Lego set, happened to be on the top shelf, and she was struggling to get it. I assisted her by getting it off the top shelf. I am 6'6", so it's very helpful. But I assisted her by getting it off the top shelf and then recommended a few other things that go along with it that her grandson would love. I helped her, got it up to the register. We got her paid. We got her signed up for the red card so she saved some money, and got her in the Circle app so she'd be able to get even more savings. She was so appreciative that she was able to get more for her grandson than he asked for and spend less money. And that's the all-encompassing experience I want to give them. And that's how I lead by example, I feel like. So I wanted my employees to see that I helped her from start to finish on her sales transaction.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Jordan. I have really enjoyed our conversation here. I've got to be honest. I've got one more interview to conduct, but it's going to be an uphill battle, if you know what I'm saying. So
if he's still around by the time you interview it, yeah, that'd be great.
So I'll let you know, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Mr. James, you can come in now.
Very excited for the opportunity to interview for this position here as a manager at Target.
That is great to hear. Well, we have really enjoyed your time here with this Target. So just right off the bat, what is it that you feel like that you bring to a management position that others may not bring?
I think what I bring is intensity and passion. I love what I do. I care about it. I strive to be the best each and every day, and I expect that out of each of my teammates and those who I'd be working with. I'm going to make sure that they are, enjoying their time, and everybody is winning. All of us are winning together because we're coming together as a team. Even if we haven't been part of the same workforce before, we're learning, we're growing, we're showing up ahead of time, we're being the last ones to leave. I have a lot of high expectations for myself, which means I have a lot of high expectations for my team. And I have no doubt that through my coaching and being their teammate as their leader, I'll be able to raise the level of this entire store and bring them to be a winning team.
I do like that focus that you always have on team. All right. So something I've been asking everyone, what is it that you feel like that you can bring that will make our guests say, I love Target?
I think it comes down to a winning personality. I have been very focused on making sure that I treat people with respect and that I protect my personal identity and put forth a good public image. And so I think we as a team can do that. And by doing that, we're going to give everybody a great experience when they come into the store. They're going to see a smiling face, a helping hand. They're going to have someone that's there ready to help them as soon as they come by. I know that at a lot of retail stores, especially in this market, they may press the button that says, hey, I need help here over with the video games, and it can take forever for people to get there. But what that comes down to is it comes down to strategy, positioning people in the right place and making sure that they are doing their job at the position that they're placed in. And by doing that, we're going to make sure that there's always someone there for the assist.
I like that. Those basketball analogies, they always come back around.
I always like to talk about what I love, target and basketball.
All right. Well, finally, and you've been a guest advocate for us for a while here. So what is it that you feel like that you have done best as a guest advocate?
I think what you see in my work is that regardless of the situation, I am able to help everybody that I work with get to another level. So whether when I first came here and we were lacking on people in town, we were a little understaffed, I helped be a part of what drug us to be in a great store that was making great profits. And then once we brought on all these new people and all this talent, including my good friend Michael, he's been a great employee, and I really look forward to working with him and helping to lead him and continue to help him grow as a guest advocate here. But once we brought in all this talent, we were really able to work together, and I showed that I could be the leader of a lot of talented people and still keep the store at a winning level, regardless of egos, regardless of what was going on. I'm all about working with whatever we have in the store and making it the perfect situation for everybody.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. James. I will let you know. I still need to think a little bit, let it knock around the old noggin.
I hear you.
And decide which one, who I'm going to promote. So thank you very much.
Cool. I'm off the clock, but I'm going to drift over here and look at turtlenecks and blazers. So I'll talk to you later. All
right. Well, coming out of the manager, store owner character that I was playing, this is a tough one. You both have presented really great cases for your athletes. I mean, you've got MJ with the loyalty and elevating the team and the focus on the total experience, and then you've got LeBron who, looking at specific personalities, making sure his team enjoys their time here, and his intensity and passion. When it comes down to it, I think there was really just a small amount of difference between the two, and I honestly could have gone either way, and I think it really has just come down to the details. And so the player that I will choose as the next manager of this great target is Michael Jordan.
No, what? Whoa!
I know it seems a little bit of a surprise. I am a massive LeBron fan, and to be honest, I felt like Joe had an uphill battle with trying to pitch MJ.
No, we demand answers.
But I will tell you, Josh, it comes down to something that Joe and I have mentioned before. I think you just focused on the wrong things about LeBron. The way that Joe was able to pitch himself in that interview as Michael Jordan, I was convinced that he was going to be able to elevate the team better than LeBron.
Yeah, he's going to run everybody off.
I am trying to be as objective as possible, even though we joked about me not being objective, because that is what we do here. We take everything very meticulously. And with what was presented in front of me, objectively, Michael was the clear choice.
Okay.
Go ahead, bitch and moan.
I am not going to bitch and moan this week. Instead, I'm going to learn a lesson from my hero and my idol, LeBron James, and take my failures, learn from them, and apply them for the future.
Team.
Excuse me?
You're going to leave and go for another team?
No, I am going to stay here on this podcast, and I'm going to see this through and learn from my mistakes. And look, I will humble myself just like LeBron James, a nice, humble man who is willing to work well with other people. And I will do the same here and continue to work well with my team.
Listen, I love LeBron. I know I'm giving a hard time, but I love LeBron. But I don't think you can call a humble man who refers to himself as King James.
I was actually thinking the same thing. I also love LeBron. He's
I love LeBron.
my favorite athlete.
I defend LeBron to everyone.
Yeah, calling anybody humble who calls himself king.
I think in his younger years, he maybe was a little less humble, but he has grown into a mature.
And let's just talk about that powder thing at the beginning of this games. Who's that for?
That's for everybody because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but it's not. It doesn't do anything with basketball. That's a show.
It does. You got to grip the ball. You don't want to be sweaty. All right.
Well, he doesn't have to throw it up in the air.
I think that's going to do it for us this week. It was a great debate. You know, one of the greatest debates.
That was a good one because I thought I was going to lose.
I was honestly very impressed. We really want to just thank everybody for listening. Go and check out those the Good Pods and Pod Chaser this week. Go give us some reviews and a listen. I also want to thank Isle of 8 for the use of our theme song, Jean Jacket. We thank them every week, but we really love that we get to use this song as our intro. It really gives us a good energy to start the show. And I'm going to kick it over to Joe.
Yeah, definitely check out some of their other songs too. They're all really good. They're bangers, as Josh would say. Like I said earlier, the best way you can help us is to share the show with a friend. Just tell them, go check out our previous shows, check out this show. They may be a big Target fan, maybe a big LeBron fan. Who knows? Another way that's a huge help to us is to rate and review our show 5 stars. That helps us climb the charts and get the show in front of more people, which in turn can help us produce better shows. That's the 2 best ways you can help us out. We'd really appreciate it if you could do that.
And if you head over to our website at corporate.tmiwpod.com, you can find some open positions there that you can apply for. Currently, we're not hiring. However, you can still visit there and just learn about our company culture, about what makes us great, and about the great work that we all do together. It's a great place.
All the things that we do to make you say, I love TMIW.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like Target.com, if you go to tmiwpod.com, you can buy merch. We've also got apparel and coffee mugs and all the stuff that you love from Target. We've got it, except it's got our awesome TMIW stuff on it. So buy some of that, wear it, take some photos, send it to us. We'd love it. And
we're in talks with Chip and Joanna to design some stuff for us, but we're not ready yet for that.
Do you think we'll get sued if we do like Michael Jordan is the best Target manager of all time?
Yeah, probably shouldn't do
By
that.
who is the question?
I'd also like to avoid Chip and Joanna Games because I'm pretty sure they lead a cult, but that's a different story. So
they don't lead. I will not allow this. Slander.
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I'm a proud member of it. But regardless of that,
as always, there is one winner, but we're all losers. Wait, did you want to say something?
No, that's it. Okay. See ya.
Later, losers.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9.